Hey guys, it's Amelia. Welcome back to my channel. So I hope you're having an amazing day. It is a beautiful day here. It's a cozy spring day. I just finished reading this book. I've been trying to get back into reading and I just finished reading this book. It was recommended by Darling Desi. I love her channel and she has great book recommendations. And if you like Jane Austen and Pride and Prejudice, you will like this book. So just finished reading this book, this will be my second cup of tea of the day, not too bad. Also, I shared in my last thrift haul these amazing cups that I've been thrifting. I absolutely adore them. Not only are they vintage and made in the USA, but they're also boiling waterproof. A lot of glass cups are not, which I've learned the hard way. If you pour boiling water into certain types of glass, it will crack. I wanted to bring you guys along with me as I do a little spring refresh to the house. Pretty far into spring, almost to summer, and I still have my winter decorations up. A lot of reds, a lot of warm tones, and I just feel the need for a little bit more spring. So I'm just gonna set up the camera and bring you along with me as I change a few things here and there to make the house feel a little bit more ready for some warmer weather. So the first step is to bring in all of my spring decor options from the attic. Okay, let's go get all the spring decor. Okay, this is some of what we have to choose from. Anybody who knows me knows I'm ridiculously sentimental. And these three white vases are centerpieces from Wes and I's wedding. And we've been married 2 years, almost. And I've kept them. We'll see how long I'm gonna keep them, but I love bringing them out for the spring. So I love using books in my decor. And right now I have a lot of my favorite red books up. But I just went through my bookshelf and picked some that are in like a white, tan, lavender, green color scheme. I might grab a few more, but I want to show you what they are really quick because I like to include books that I like the way they look, but also I like what's inside. So I have this vintage copy of Jane Eyre, which is one of my favorite classics. I love the movies and the book. It's very pretty. I found this at a thrift store. But it's beautiful and it's a really nice dark shade of purple. It's kind of hard to tell in this lighting, but it's dark purple. Then I have this copy of the Arabian Nights, which is in a little bit of rough shape, but it has a really pretty light green color, and I think the weathered look is kind of nice. It makes it look loved. Then I have a German copy of Robinson Crusoe, which I'm not a huge fan of the actual Robinson Crusoe book, but I love the TV series, and it's in German, which is pretty epic. So, love this little guy. Then I have a copy of Watership Down. I absolutely love this book. My dad read it to me and my siblings multiple times when we were kids, and I've read it as an adult and it's awesome. Then I have folk songs from the West Virginia Hills, which is a nice tan, and of course, I'm from West Virginia, so I love this book. And it just has a bunch of amazing songs in it. Haven't fully completed this book. Also, having these books out will help me read them. Then I have this book I bought in an antique store called Singing Juniors. It's like a textbook with a bunch of music in it, which is incredible and so cute. So I love this book. I love finding vintage music books. So I'm gonna put this out. And then the last one I have out right now is Let Us Now Praise Famous Men by James Agee. He's an American author. He wrote the words to Knoxville, which I sang in my senior recital, and his work is just very special to me because of that, and it's about America, which I love learning about the history of America. So those are the books that I'm gonna put up. Maybe gonna add some more, and I'll tell you about those if I do. pee break. I'm gonna put back up one book that I already had up. Wes and I just bought this recently at a vintage store. It's Practical Harmony and Composition, and it's how to teach harmony, and it's pretty much the bomb, so we had to get it. It's in pretty rough shape, but I think it just adds to the character. So my favorite color is purple / lavender, so I'm gonna try to incorporate a lot of that into my spring decor because I think it's such a fun color for spring. Yes, I'm using an old spoon because it's honestly just the easiest thing. I had this little pot that was bright orange that I loved as orange previously, but just was not feeling the orange anymore. So I painted it this really beautiful lavender, and I'm going to plant some pothos that I have propagated from my other plants in it because of course I need other plants. Well, it's the next day and I decided that in addition to rearranging some decor and freshening up the living room for spring, we need a fresh new spring wreath on the front door, and I don't really want to spend money on one or leave my house right now, so I'm going to make one using only things that I have. So here's what you're gonna need if you want to make one too. A cardboard box with cardboard that is roughly the circumference of the size wreath that you want. A Sharpie, and you're going to need hot glue. Also, after I finished this project, I ended up stapling the cardboard pieces together because I realized that in between my front door and my storm door is a furnace, and the hot glue will melt and the wreath will fall apart. So you can use hot glue, but then reinforce it with something else. So the first thing you're gonna do is break down the box so you can lay it flat, and then use a Sharpie to roughly, and I mean roughly, sketch out the shape of your wreath. Then you can use scissors or an X-Acto knife to cut it out. Once it's done, you want to secure any weak points with glue, staples, tape, whatever you have on hand. Then the string of flowers that I had laying around was made of these little chain links, and I realized that if I cut the wreath that I could slip the part of it through the chains, and it just made the wreath look really full and honestly worked way better than wrapping it around or gluing it on top. So I just kind of strung the cardboard through the loops like a necklace until it met back at the top, and then I glued the wreath part back together and fluffed the flowers to make the wreath look full and finished. Ow! Ow! Every time! Every time! It actually turned out pretty darn cute for being cardboard in a string of flowers that I've had in my attic for years. So a pretty good upcycle. It is an absolutely gorgeous day outside, and my new mission for this year is to spend as much time outside as possible. So I've been going for a walk every single day that I can. So let's go to my favorite park and take a walk through the woods. So after my walk, I came home and was able to enjoy the rest of my day in my beautiful, springly decorated house. This video is about to be over, so that's your cue to get up, put on some tennis shoes, and go for a walk, get some sunshine, and then do something to your house to make yourself feel ready for spring, whether it's adding some fresh flowers, adding a centerpiece of fruit to your table, or whatever makes you think about spring. So I hope you all have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you another Wednesday for another video. Bye guys!